So these here are probably the most useful and cost saving item piece of gear that you could possibly buy. What's up, beautiful people? So today we're talking about step rings. So today's video is another installment to the filter one-on-one series that we've been discussing. If you haven't been keeping up with that series, here's a link to that video or those videos here. If you want to learn more about the different types of filters and what they do, check it out. It's some pretty good information in those videos. But nonetheless, if you don't know already, each lens that we purchase, no matter the brand, no matter the size, whether it's a prime lens, zoom lens, or a cinema lens, they all come with a specific filter thread size that makes each lens unique when actually mounting different filters to the lens. So for example, this Canon 24mm f1.4 lens here has a filter size of 77 millimeters. And we know this because if you look here on the side of the lens, there is the symbol for diameter and it's followed by 77 millimeters. So for this lens in particular, the actual filter size or the diameter of the lens is 77 millimeters. So any filter that's size 77 millimeters will fit here on this lens. Now, when looking at the Sigma Art 35 f1.4, this lens in comparison to the Canon 24mm, the Sigma is way smaller than the 24 from Canon. So again, if we look on the side of the lens where it tells us the actual focal length, 35 millimeters, the aperture, f1.4, and then again, the symbol for diameter is followed by the number 67. So the Sigma Art 35 lens has a filter thread or a diameter of 67 millimeters. So any lens or any filter that's 67 millimeters will fit on the Sigma Art. So now, let's say I go out and buy a variable ND filter specifically for the Canon 24mm. This filter here is 77 millimeters, designed for the Canon 24mm for 77 millimeter filter. But let's say I want to use it for the Sigma Art 35, which has a filter thread of 67. What do I do? So thus comes in these step-up rings. So these step-up rings come in many different sizes. I think the lowest is like 52 maybe, and the largest is like 82. I'll have to double check, but nonetheless, so we find the filter thread that's for the Sigma 35. So we need a filter thread that's 67 millimeters. So we find the filter thread that's 67 to 72. Let's screw that guy on there. And then we find the other step up ring that's 72 to 77 millimeters. And get that guy on. So now essentially what we've done, we have adapted or changed the 67 filter thread that's standard for the lens and now converted it to a filter thread of 77 millimeters. So now any filter that we had that was 77 that we purchased for the Canon 24mm can now fit on the Sigma 35, just like so. So again, this is kind of why I said that these filters or these step up rings are probably the most efficient best cost saving piece of gear item that you could possibly buy. It's because instead of actually going out buying filters for every single lens that you own in every single size, you can essentially just buy the filter that you need for your biggest lens. So in my case, every lens that or every filter that I wanted for the 24mm lens, I can just go out and buy that filter, whether it's an Indy filter, polarizer filter, whatever the case may be, and then adapt those filters to the Sigma 35 using the step-up rings. That's kind of what step-up rings are. That's how they work, and that's kind of, you know, why they're so useful when using filters across multiple lenses. So if you like today's video, if it helps you out in any type of way, please hit that like button, as it does help me out with getting these videos out to other viewers, to help all of us grow and, you know, become more experienced and more knowledgeable and learn in this art of videography and photography together. So yeah, that'll do it for me today. If you aren't already subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so if you would like to see more videos like this in the future. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, peace and love, and yeah, I'm out. I have no idea where the remote for the light is. Got it. All right, y'all. I'm out.